Welcome to House Lux Estate, your trusted source for self-improvement and personal growth. Here we offer a treasure trove of insightful content aimed at empowering you to become the best version of yourself. From life hacks to personal development strategies, there's a little something for everyone. As we continue to grow our community, we aim to inspire, motivate, and challenge you in equal measure. Today we dive deep into the process of breaking bad habits and developing discipline. So buckle up and get ready for an enlightening journey. First, we need to understand what bad habits are and how they form. So let's dive in. Bad habits are repetitive behaviors that can be detrimental to our physical or mental health, productivity, or relationships. They're often actions we perform almost unconsciously, like biting our nails when we're nervous or reaching for that extra cookie when we're not really hungry. Now, how do these habits form? Well, it's a bit like learning to ride a bike. At first, it takes a lot of conscious effort. But over time, as we repeat the action, our brain starts to automate the process, making it easier for us to perform. This is called habit formation, and it's a fundamental part of how our brains work. However, not all habits are created equal. While some habits, like brushing our teeth or exercising regularly, are beneficial, others, like smoking or procrastinating, can have negative effects. These harmful repetitive behaviors are what we call bad habits. But why do we fall into these bad habits in the first place? Well, often bad habits are a form of coping mechanism. They provide a temporary relief from stress or discomfort. For instance, someone might start smoking to deal with anxiety or constantly check their phone to avoid feelings of loneliness. The problem is, while these habits might provide a short-term fix, they often have long-term negative consequences. Let's look at an example. Consider the habit of procrastination. It might seem like a harmless way to delay a task we don't want to do, but over time, it can lead to chronic stress, poor performance, and a decrease in overall productivity. To wrap up, bad habits are harmful, repetitive behaviors that we often perform unconsciously. They form when our brains automate a repeated action, especially when it's used as a coping mechanism. And while they might offer a temporary relief, they often have long-term negative effects. Knowing what bad habits are and how they form is the first step towards breaking them. Now that we've laid the foundation, we're ready to tackle these habits head-on. So stay tuned, as we'll be discussing the steps to breaking bad habits in the next scene. Now, let's delve into how you can break these bad habits. Firstly, it's crucial to identify the habit you want to break. You can't change what you don't acknowledge, so be honest with yourself. Recognize the behavior you want to alter and understand why it's harmful to your personal growth. Once you've identified your bad habit, the next step is to understand the triggers. These can be certain places, people, or even emotions that prompt you to fall back into your bad habit. By understanding these triggers, you can start to avoid them or prepare for them, making it easier to resist the temptation. The third step is to replace the bad habit with a good one. It's not enough to just stop doing something. You need to fill the void with a positive behavior. For instance, if you're trying to quit smoking, you could replace it with a healthier habit like drinking tea or going for a walk when the urge strikes. The fourth step is to visualize your success. Picture yourself free from the bad habit and living a healthier, more productive life. Visualization can be a powerful tool in motivating you to stay on track. The fifth step is to make a plan and stick to it. Decide on a start date to break your habit and mark it on your calendar. Commit to it. Set small, achievable goals and reward yourself when you reach them. This will keep your motivation high and make the process more enjoyable. The sixth step, and possibly the most important, is to be patient with yourself. Breaking a bad habit is not an overnight process. It takes time, effort, and a lot of patience. Expect setbacks and know that they don't mean failure, but rather opportunities to learn and grow. Finally, don't hesitate to seek help if you need it. Whether it's from a friend, family member, or a professional, support can make a world of difference when trying to break a bad habit. Breaking bad habits is a process, but with patience and perseverance, you will overcome. Next, we move on to understanding discipline and its importance. So, what is discipline exactly? It's a quality that allows us to control our impulses and act in accordance with our values and long-term goals, rather than our immediate desires. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when we don't feel like it. Discipline is often associated with the military or strict schooling, but it's so much more than that. It's a fundamental tool for success in all aspects of life. Whether it's pursuing a career, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, or cultivating meaningful relationships, discipline is crucial. It's the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Now, why is discipline so important? It's simple. Without discipline, we become slaves to our moods and our impulses. We eat the cake when we're trying to diet. We skip the gym when we're feeling lazy. We procrastinate when we should be working. Discipline, on the other hand, helps us make decisions that align with our goals and values, not our feelings of the moment. Discipline brings stability and structure into our lives. It promotes good habits, improves self-control, and fosters resilience. It enhances our focus and our productivity. It helps us overcome obstacles and persevere in the face of adversity. It's the driving force behind personal and professional growth. Moreover, discipline is empowering. It gives us the freedom to live intentionally, to make conscious choices rather than being swept along by our whims. It allows us to take charge of our lives and steer them in the direction we want. It cultivates self-respect and self-confidence. It's a testament to our willpower and our commitment to our goals. In essence, discipline is a form of self-love. It's about respecting ourselves enough to make decisions that benefit us in the long run, even if they're uncomfortable in the short run. It's about prioritizing our future happiness over our present comfort. It's about valuing progress over perfection, effort over ease. Discipline is the key to success, and understanding it is the first step to developing it. So, let's embark on this journey of self-improvement together. Let's break our bad habits and cultivate discipline. Because remember, discipline is not a punishment, but a path to freedom. Now we will discuss how you can develop discipline. The first step to developing discipline is to set clear and attainable goals. This could be anything from finishing a book every month, to getting up at 6 in the morning, to sticking to a workout schedule. The key is to make your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or what we call SMART goals. Once you've set your goals, the second step is to create a plan of action. This plan should break down your goals into smaller, more manageable tasks. This way, you're not overwhelmed by the enormity of your goals, but rather you're motivated by the progress you're making, no matter how small. The third step in developing discipline is to cultivate consistency. This is where the proverbial rubber meets the road. Consistency means showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It means sticking to your plan of action, regardless of the obstacles that may come your way. The fourth step is to practice self-awareness. This means being mindful of your actions and your thoughts. Are they in line with your goals? Are they helping you become more disciplined? By being aware of our actions, we can correct course when we veer off path. The fifth step is to cultivate resilience. There will be days when you will falter, days when you will want to give up. But remember, discipline is just as much about getting back up when you fall as it is about not falling in the first place. The sixth and final step is to celebrate your successes. Reward yourself when you achieve your goals. This not only makes the journey more enjoyable, but it also reinforces the positive behavior, making it more likely that you will stick to it. Remember, discipline isn't about punishing yourself, but rather about training yourself to adhere to a set of rules that you've established for your own growth and development. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Developing discipline is a journey, one that will lead you to success and happiness. As we conclude, let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We began by understanding the nature of bad habits, how they are formed, and their impact on our lives. We realized that these habits are often automatic responses to certain triggers, deeply ingrained in our daily routines. We then moved on to the steps of breaking these habits. We learned that the first step is to identify and acknowledge the habit, followed by understanding the triggers and consequences. We discovered the power of replacing bad habits with good ones, and the importance of consistency and patience in this process. Next, we explored the concept of discipline. We learned that discipline is not about punishment or deprivation, but about self-control and making choices that align with our long-term goals. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. Then, we discussed the steps to developing discipline. We emphasized the importance of setting clear, achievable goals and creating a plan to reach those goals. We talked about the power of small, consistent actions over time and the role of accountability and resilience in this journey. In essence, breaking bad habits and developing discipline are integral parts of self-improvement. They require self-awareness, commitment, and patience, but the rewards are worth the effort. Remember, the journey to self-improvement starts with you. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to House Lux Estate for more insightful content.